be playing with it when I'm bored, and I be having fun. So a lot of y'all don't like the bush, and I'm more than aware of that, and it's okay. It's okay. But this is the reason why I have it. It's something for you to play with when you're bored, because I be playing with it when I'm bored, and I be having fun.
I don't know how the fuck I'm looking like, dude. I like a little hair bullshit. Ah! What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing? How y'all doing? JQ, how are you? I'm doing great today. Up and at it. It's the afternoon. I've been up this morning. I done cleaned up. I washed and dried some clothes and folded up. Took me something out to cook. I'll be cooking after this. I'm going to the gym later on. So I'm up and I done got my day started. All right, y'all. We are on episode number 27. Yeah. Yeah, we in now. Oh, got me some coffee right here. How y'all doing? Trump says he has a strategy for stopping crime is to allow the police one real rough day, one really violent day to handle criminals, and the world will get out. No. Sound like a bit of a purge to me. But let us take a look.
What the hell is going on? See, we have to let the police do their job. And if they have to be extraordinarily rough. And you know the funny thing with all of that stuff, look at the department store, same thing. They walk into you see these guys walking out with air conditioners, with refrigerators on their back, the craziest thing. And the police aren't allowed to do their job. They're told, if you do anything, you're going to lose your pension, you're going to lose your family, your house, your car. The police want to do it. The Border Patrol wants to do it. Border Patrol, they're incredible. They want to do it. They're not allowed to do it because the liberal left won't let them do it. The liberal left wants to destroy them, and they want to destroy our country. You know, if you had one day, like one real rough, nasty day with the drugstores as an example, where when they start walking out with, you know, she created something in San Francisco, $950 you're allowed to steal. Anything above that, you will be prosecuted. Well, it works out that the $950 is a misnomer because you can steal whatever you want, you can go way above. But you'd see, originally you saw kids walk in with calculators. They were calculating. They didn't want to go over the $950. They're standing with calculators, adding it up. You know, these are smart people. They're not so stupid, but they have to be taught. Now, if you had one really violent day, like a guy like Mike Kelly, put him in charge, Congressman Kelly, put him in charge for one day. Mike, would you say, he's right here, he's a great congressman. Would you say, Mike, that if you were in charge, you would say, oh, please, don't touch them. Don't touch them. Let them rob your store. Let all these stores go out of business, right? They don't pay rent. The city doesn't have it's a chain of events. It's so bad. One rough hour, and I mean real rough, the word will get out and it will end immediately. End immediately. You know, it'll end immediately.
Now, if y'all don't know by now, you can't take everything that our former President Trump says to heart. You got to go do your own research. At the end of the day, he's an American too. So he's able to have, you know, his own outlook on certain things as well. I'm just going to say this right here. Because I don't think, at first, y'all, you know, I was telling y'all we're gonna have a politics segment and get all into politics. I think I'm going to step back a little bit from politics. And that's just for me. I don't know about nobody else, but for me, I think I'm going to step back a little bit on politics. I ain't gonna lie, I don't really want to smoke with all that. I touch on it every now and then, but I'm really gonna step a little bit back. But the comment on what I heard and how I interpreted this and how from what I observed, it sounds like he's saying that the police don't have the authority to do their job. And that made me raise my eyebrow like, what the fuck you been at for the last 100 years? Because I see a lot of injustice, happening when it comes to the police department. They had definitely already have the authority to do their job and to carry it out all the way. The problem is they're not doing their jobs properly. They're not doing their jobs properly. It's not that they don't have that's what I see. From what I see, is that they're not doing their job properly. They already have the authority to do whatever they're gonna do. We out here watching cops kill people and shoot people for getting their IDs. Shoot and kill people for taking their hand off of a boiling pot of water. Just happened a few months ago. A cop killed a woman. She called the police to her home. And police come there and they end up killing her over a boiling pot of water that she said she was going to throw on them. But she didn't, from the video I saw, she didn't throw the water. She said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And he shot her and killed her. And plus he was at the front door and she was in the kitchen. He was by closer to the front door than he was to her. You got the authority to kill her. Even after you killed her, you went home and went to sleep. You walked away from the scene. So who told you didn't have the authority to do what you was gonna do? You got to be investigated and all this other shit. You definitely have the authority to do your job as you see fit. But I think he's saying like he want to make it to where they can do it and not worry about any repercussions. And that's what I do not agree with. That's what I don't agree with. That ain't cool. We should not be I could be mistaken, so I'm gonna say alleged. But allegedly, he wants to give cops immunity. No. Only time I've ever really encountered the cops on my own is like doing a traffic stop, because I don't be out here breaking the law. I'm not finna be out here breaking the law. My mama raised us to abide by the law. Then I'll carry it everywhere I go. Make sure you following the law. Don't be doing anything, because they be with that fuck shit. Plus, I have watched people get in trouble for being extra, no. So I've never had a personal bad encounter with cops, but I have watched people around me be done wrong by cops. I sure have. I've sat around and I've lived long. I've been living for 30-some years. So in these 30-some years, I have seen it numerous of times. It even happened to my brother. Cop lied on him in my face. I couldn't believe it. And you gonna try to lie to me? Oh no, you not finna do that. You not finna lie. Not in my fucking face. Not on my motherfucking family member, because you trying to put him away. No, it has to be right. But according to him, she doing her job right and she would have got immunity. No, the fuck you don't. You don't get to put mine away for 10 and 20, 30 years based off of you fucking lying. And we got plenty of people out here doing shit that needs to be put the fuck away. But y'all give them slaps on the wrist and send them out the door. But then you got cops planting lies on people. You call that doing their job? But now you gonna give them immunity, so where they don't have to be investigated. They did their job. They said you was a criminal. You're a criminal. No. No. I'm a taxpayer. I pay you to protect the city and the state. I pay taxes for you. Not for you to cause me injustice. Not for you to cause me problem. Not for you to be doing your job incorrectly. We know these cops aren't perfect. So if we really get to digging in all of them, we'll find imperfections. We'll find where they have done their jobs incorrectly. They should be held accountable. Y'all are giving them what they call it. Y'all are giving them a certain level of power, and the immunity is going to make them feel invincible. They already are out here acting like they are invincible, like there's nothing that we can do as people. And this let me know they already have the authority to do what they want with inside of the police department, because they are already doing it. Trump, I do not agree with this at all. You having your own set of beliefs, that's okay. Because I got mine. And that's okay that I have my beliefs. You don't have to agree with them. And that's all I'm saying. We don't have to agree with his beliefs. What he eat don't make me shit. But I do not agree with the whole immunity thing. I don't. That's crazy to me. There are crooked cops out here. Why would you give them that authority knowing that? We know that there are crooked cops. And people say, well, there's more good ones than crooked ones. It doesn't matter. We know that there are crooked ones. So why would you give them immunity to pull crooked stuff? And get away with it with no repercussions, no investigation, no nothing. Just they made a solid decision at work, and it's going to stick. No matter what you say, no matter what you do. No. We are in America for a reason. Everybody has to be held accountable. That includes the president, and that includes the police department. All right, y'all. We're going to be moving right along, though. David Banner calls our black community for being so quick to criticize its own people. Now, I ain't watched this, so we're gonna get into a little bit of it and see what they talking about.
It's almost like we have been convinced anytime that it has something to do with our culture, it's almost like we salivate at the mouth to tear each other down. And what makes me upset is within our community, just about anybody that the world decides is wrong, if they were doing something wrong, we knew about it in our community for 10, 15 years and didn't do shit about it. And as soon as the rest of the world decides that they want to go on a witch hunt, then we try to beat them to the punch. And we go out of our way to tell jokes and laugh and criticize. That shit is sad. That shit is really, really sad. I don't know why we act like we winning, or we act like we have a lot of heroes in our community and a lot of people that want to help us. Is really, really upset. Like, you ain't got to help them folks. And what's crazy is when somebody else does something outside of our community to us, we have to hoop and holler. They hardly ever get convicted. But we will hang each other. But what we don't understand is they're going to make sure that we pay. They're going to make sure we go to jail. They're going to make sure that we suffer for the rest of our life. They do cocaine and crack and be sexual deviants and then become superstars and superheroes, and we say nothing. We say nothing. You know, the people on our dollar bills are ex-slave owners, and we don't say take them off a dollar bill, or take those people who, did those wrong things off of TV, but let one of us do something. I'm talking about do anything, and we would tell, like, you ain't gotta help each other apart. I've been being more and more quiet because I don't think now is the time to be doing a whole bunch of talking. And everybody got a fucking opinion about everything, even shit that they know. If neuroscience becomes the hot topic tomorrow, every other podcast in our fucking community gonna have something to say about neuroscience, and the motherfuckers know they don't know nothing about no neuroscience. I'm just here to give perspective, y'all. That's all. Do whatever the fuck you decide to do, but it ain't right, y'all. We don't do each other right. We don't have to be this way. We don't have to be this way. But if something happened, you want the same people that you criticize to help you, or protect you, or donate, or each other apart.
I've been telling y'all this since I've been doing this podcast for over a month. And I love my black community. I love us. I love us. I love us. But why? Why? They're not even paying y'all about an hour, not about a minute or the second. Why are y'all helping these folks? Y'all ain't got to help these folks. Let these folks do their job. That's what they were hired for. Let these folks do their job. They don't need our help. Instead, we tear each other down. And like he said, soon as they start the witch hunt, we right there like ready to help them. Oh, we been knew about it. Oh, and like he said, it's a competition. It looked like it's a competition to run to the polls and beat them up. Y'all, it's like a race to take them down too. And y'all pouring everything that y'all could possibly think of, rumors, lies, into these people's ears for free. Not by the hour. Time y'all don't get back. Well, you know how the system was designed and what it was designed for. But y'all still go. I said this other day, somebody gonna hit me up. Someone said, there's a 90% conviction rate. I don't care. If there's a 97% conviction rate, that means there's a 7 to 10% chance that they are lying because they're not 100%. But y'all gonna put y'all trust in that 90%, knowing that the system was designed to fail you. And they get to lie on us and talk shit about us. As soon as they do it, y'all running to the poll. Y'all running to buy it. They just, a white man out here selling a false book on our sister Kim Porter. Nobody ain't said nothing, but y'all want to go get this man his money. Y'all want to go get that man his money for lies. I'm with David Banner. We are in a time where you can't be doing a lot of talking. This is why I told y'all I'm very careful about the things I say on here. And I'm not in the mood, I'm not in the field to tear anybody black down. No, I'm not. I'm not tearing you down without no evidence. Even if I had evidence, I discuss it, but I ain't gonna really tear you down because it's others out there that have done way worse. Like he said, we got slave owners and people that beat, raped, and killed people our color on dollars. But y'all ain't rooting to get them off the dollar. Y'all ain't rooting to remove their monuments. Y'all not tearing down their legacy. Y'all ain't went into their families and asked for reparations. But y'all doing it to Diddy. Not saying, because right now, these are allegations dealing with Diddy. They're allegations. No proof. We have proof about the person. When you pull out your wallet and you see a few dollars in there, all those presidents on there, we have proof that they're slave owners. We got proof of that. We got proof that they done beat, rape, kill people our color, enslave people that are our color. We got proof of that, but they still on the green dollar. And see, black people, y'all got so much power, y'all ain't took them off. Y'all got so much power, but y'all ain't knocked down. We haven't knocked down the monuments. Now we got people like who I was just talking about, trying to give police officers immunity for stuff like this. They just doing their job, so you can put away somebody who's innocent. Where's the proof? Instead, they're gonna let the black community build a story, so then when they do pin something on you, it's not too far-fetched. The public already done told you up. It, like he said, it don't have to be this way. It's not a lot of us that have influence in this world. It's not a lot of us. It's not a lot of us. It's not a lot of us. Anything that we've done, we can think about others who are still out there who've done 10 and 20 times worse. You don't see their community help putting them away, and you don't see our community helping putting them away either. They still walking around fresh and like ain't nothing happened. Like I told y'all, like Zimmerman. Zimmerman killed Trayvon. Okay? Trayvon went to the store and came back with a bag of Skittles and dead. Zimmerman walked away free, and Zimmerman is walking out here in the world. He's done way worse. He actually took a child's life from one of our own. You took that woman's child over a bag of fucking Skittles. You should not be allowed to just be walking around out here. You are a killer. You are a killer. All these allegations, and you are proven to be a killer. Like, we know you're a killer. Not no allegations. You took one of our own. And all these allegations against Diddy, we don't know. We haven't seen no proof yet. I don't care. Y'all keep talking about the feds. We don't know. I don't care what they got. We, the public, have not seen it. So we cannot be passing judgment on anybody. Well, they wouldn't have him. They ain't have no proof. Lies again. Did y'all just hear me? Y'all know they will pin shit on us. What made y'all think they won't? We black, if you black like me, you have seen, I know I have, I've seen cops plant stuff on people. I have seen it. And I know a lot of black people out there, y'all have seen it too. So no, I don't believe them. I'm just saying. Shout out to him for this. He's not the only one trying to speak up, but like he said, he don't want to do a lot of talking because right now is not the time to be doing that. People are taking things that people are saying and blowing them out of proportion. They mixing them up and they coming up with their own type of perceptions and narrative, and then they're projecting it back out into the world and feeding it to us, the community, as fact. When all of us in America, we're entitled to our own opinion. But what we are not entitled to is to spread misinformation. That we are not entitled to. And that's what I think is happening here. A lot of y'all are out there spreading misinformation on people with no proof. And the public is really out here believing this, and it's being passed off as truth. I think that's the whole bad part about it. The whole part that just kind of made me like, oh. Like, and there's countries out there, y'all. Oh, I can't. See, let me go somewhere right quick. There's countries out there now that are taking stuff like that serious. The UK. They're already monitoring X and things that you post. If you repost something that is misleading or is misinforming or any type of gossip, stuff like that, they're fining you. They're finding out where you at and when you posted this, and they're finding you and they're bringing you to court. Brazil has banned X. They don't want to hear it. They feel like X ain't nothing but full of lies where people are able to get on there and write lies and project stories. So it's banned completely. This how serious it is getting about spreading misinformation. Y'all need to be very mindful. Because this is what it's coming to. It's becoming to these witch hunts. We are out here wasting taxpayer dollars and time on something that's possibly not even true. Because there's so many allegations. I'm like, well, dang, where's the facts? Where is the facts? And then we got more and more and more and more misinformation that's being spread. It's getting serious out here, y'all. That's how bad it's getting with the misinformation. It's getting serious. And even reading up on that, I'm like, they could possibly do that here if they're doing it over there. Now, I ain't gonna really say what I think about, because like David Banner said, this ain't the time to be running off at your mouth. I agree. So I'm gonna keep what I gotta say. But we gotta do better, black people. You already know how they is. When I be hearing people like us do this, I be like, why? But I'm gonna move right along from this. Shout out to you, David Banner. Shout out to you. Somebody had to say it. Even though he's not the first. Somebody had to say it. Speaking of witch hunt, guess who they finna document next? Chris Brown. It says, network that released Quiet on Set will produce a Chris Brown domestic violence documentary that features a new accuser. The only way he can be stopped. Black people, y'all gonna help him? Are y'all gonna help them bury this man? I won't put it past our community. I have faith in us, but it looks like makers of the Quiet on Set docuseries are moving on to their next subject, Chris Brown. According to Variety magazine, the Investigation Discovery Network explored the legal issues faced by Brown, which will include a new accuser. If you can recall, Brown has been accused in the past of sexual assault. The network will explore these allegations as well as his 2009 domestic violence case with Rihanna, where she suffered severe facial injuries that required hospitalization. The logline for the documentary reads, Chris Brown, History of Violence, will chart Chris Brown's past all the way back to his troubled childhood, exploring the lasting impact of the cycle of abuse, and poses the question, how does a man with such violent public record maintain his superstar status? With expert and cultural commentary layered throughout, the documentary provides thoughtful reflections into each survivor's experience and the psychological destruction in the aftermath of their abuse. The new accuser who will be featured on the doc will have their identity hidden. I have not spoken about this matter publicly, but that's the only way he can be stopped. The accuser says in the trailer, this is a witch hunt. Chris Brown, we know Chris Brown has a past. For the ones who are old enough, you live through it. We know you got a past. We know that you put your hands on Rihanna. You was a teenager. Rihanna has forgiven you. Publicly, Rihanna has forgiven you. Because it's something that y'all did when y'all were children. It happened when you was a kid. Y'all were teenagers. Not saying it was right. But as a children, teenagers, young adults, they're going to make mistakes. And you have to learn from your mistakes. We also know that Carucci has also said that he was a bit rough with her, allegedly. Allegedly, he's been a little rough with Carucci. Now he has a woman saying that he sexually assaulted her. I'm just saying, we need to sit back and wait on the evidence. We should not be tearing Chris Brown up. We need to see some evidence. We need to see something. Because it seems like a lot of people are coming to the public for help, and the public has power, especially us. We got plenty of power. Especially at our mouths. If y'all notice the black mouths get to moving. Once the blacks get to putting their mouths on stuff, stuff get to changing. Chris Brown, I'm praying for you. They are out to get our black men. They are out to get our black women. We're gonna wait on the evidence. I would not be tuning into this documentary. It's gonna have to hit news like it is with Diddy, and then it ends up in here. But I would not be touching on this documentary. I will be moving on, and I'm praying for Chris Brown. All right, next topic. Tokyo Tony says Diddy is being framed. Let's see what Tok got to say.
Free Puffy. Free Puffy. We know what's happening. The real ones. Yeah. Free Puffy. Get them on out of there. Why is everybody mad at Puffy? Every celebrity in the world, in the United States, point a finger to a man that they know Ben did this 5, 10, 15 years ago. What a setup. And they, for some reason, they still can't snatch it. Good. Any girl that got art, you shouldn't have been there. Oh, well. Shouldn't have been there. Shouldn't have been there. Puffy Richmond. So nobody saw you leaning. You ain't voluntarily walked. They just grabbed you and snatched you and threw you in the back. Same with R. Kelly. Free Puffy. Free Puffy. We know what's happening.
I ain't seen no evidence, y'all, so y'all know I ain't really got much to say. Free Puffy. Y'all have to bring it. Y'all have to bring it. Y'all want us to tear this man down, and we was just giving him VMA awards and giving him his flowers and appreciating him and all this. Y'all have to show me some evidence. Somebody wrote me to my the Cassie video should have been enough evidence. It's not. There's 3 sides to every story. We only heard her side. We need to hear Diddy's side. And then somebody said, and then they're gonna respond to me talking about, oh, but he apologized. So what he apologizing for? Sometimes it's better to apologize and try to move past it than try to explain yourself. The more you explain, the more you dig yourself in dirt. So for him, he already going through a lot. Don't over-explain, just apologize. That's what I got from that, but he still never told us his side to actually what happened. And then, what can he say? He can say a lot. We still haven't heard his side. That's the side we need to be trying to hear. Remember, Cassie was the one out here laughing when Kim Porter was getting her head knocked off, allegedly. Allegedly, according to the best friend, she was laughing. I'm just saying. Not saying it's right, not saying it's wrong. But I am just saying. We heard that. We want to hear her side on that. Comment on that. Because the best friend said that you were laughing when Kim was getting her head knocked off. That's what we want to hear about. watch how our community switch up on her ass. She'll be on the chopping block. That's how powerful we are. We'll switch on her. She will not be a victim anymore. We're going to switch on her. Oh, so you came for our sister Kim. I'm just saying, I can see it happening. Y'all know how we is. We'll be for you today. And we'll be kicking your ass tomorrow. Tokyo Tony. Shout out Tokyo Tony. I like her. All right, somebody sent me a question. They asked me, said, JQ, what is a pet peeve of yours? Y'all go drop down in the comments and tell me what's a pet peeve of y'all's. Like, what are y'all pet peeves? I say one, I don't like liars. If you know me, I'm very honest. My circle's very honest. Like, ain't no tiptoeing around nothing, really, when we all in the room. There's no secrets. There's nothing to be, you know, even though there are secrets, there's no lies. Like, there's no need to be out here lying or tiptoeing and stuff. There's a pet peeve of mine. Like, why? We are grown. We are not children. Why are you around here lying? What are you, like, I don't really care what you hiding. If you were hiding something, you didn't have to lie about it. You just didn't have to speak on it. That's part of being an adult. You don't have to speak on anything you don't want to. So if you don't want to speak on something, shut your mouth. Say, I ain't speaking on that. The next adult can't make you do nothing. They can't make you come up off that. So there's no need for you to put a lie out there. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Don't be out here lying for no reason. Another pet peeve of mine. If I accept you 100%, and y'all, this is a pet peeve I gotta work on. It's a pet peeve I do have to work on. If I accept you 100%, why would you turn around and try to, you know, pull a you on me? I don't know. That's a big pet peeve of mine. Like let's say if I know you steal, I know you know. But why would you turn around and steal from me, knowing that I already know you're a thief? Knowing you the first thing and the first person I'm going to suspect? Like, not too many people, folks don't accept people just being thieves like that. Like, but like I said, that's something I'm working on, because somebody told me, if you knew this person is a snake and they turn around and bite you, don't get mad at the snake, because that's what snakes do. So that's why I'm like, that pet peeve I've been working on, because I'll accept you how you are. I'm not a judgmental person. That's how honest I am with myself. Like, you are who you are, and I want you to be honest to me about whatever and whoever you are. I can handle it, or can I? And that's where I'm at right now. Can you really handle this person switching up on you for real, for real? Can you really handle that? So that's a pet peeve of mine. Judge in YSL case goes off and considers a mistrial motion after becoming fed up with prosecutors. You are unorganized that you are throwing this case together as you try it. I want to hear what she got to say.
Mistrial was appropriate. I'm asking. I can't figure out what it is. If it's disingenuous, if it is that, I don't want to malign the prosecutor standing in front of me right now, so I'm not going to say the possible things that it could be, but it is baffling to me that somebody with the number of years of experience that you have, time time after time after time continues to seemingly purposefully hide the ball to the extent you possibly can for as long as you possibly can. And I really don't want to believe that it is purposeful. But honestly, after a certain number of times, you start to wonder how it could be anything but that, unless it is just that you are so unorganized that you are throwing this case together as you try it. And I am sorry to say that, but this case is being made much more difficult for everybody because of the haphazard way in which it is being presented. I'm going to take a recess for a few minutes. I'll have a ruling when I get back.
Somebody finally said it. We've been saying free throw it for a long time because they haven't had a solid case. It's like the one they doing with Diddy. They kind of building a case. They're building a case, but the case is not built already. That's what she's saying. Like, y'all aren't organized. Like, y'all come in here and you know, y'all coming up in here and you aren't organized and you throwing it together. You throwing it together as it go as you trying it in court. Y'all should have came in here with this already discussed, already organized, already built. Instead, y'all are building a case. Instead of the case already being built, he's being tried. Y'all are accusing him of something. The case should be built. If y'all are coming to court to present something, it should be already organized and ready to be presented. Ready to argue your defense. Ready to defend. Instead, y'all coming in here unorganized and y'all putting the case together as y'all are right here. Like she said, making it harder for everybody. She had to take a break and come back. I don't know what it is. It just seemed like it's witch hunt season. It seems like it is witch hunt season. Ooh. All right. Shout out to Thug. Praying for you. I am praying for you. I'm praying for a lot of black men right now. I'm praying for a lot of black men right now. Scrappy praises Kirk and Rasheeda marriage. Look at the success she has in her marriage. Them folks got M's together. Ain't nobody finna leave all that. Now, I haven't watched, but I'm about to give it a listen, y'all. We're gonna see what it's giving. What he talking about. Because Scrappy been rooting for Kirk and Rasheeda. You know. And that caused me to think, like, we never seen black men really root for people in a relationship. We see women do. But we never really see black men root for others' relationships. So if this black man is rooting for this kind of relationship, it must be some type of something that he sees in it of value. That's why I'm like, let me take into consideration, because we don't really see men rooting for nobody's relationship. So let us hear what Scrappy got to say.
You only seeing a small bit of piece of it, a quarter of it, because you ain't looking at the success that their marriage had. You looking at look at the success she has in her marriage. Look at what they do together. You know what I'm saying? Look what they got together. Ain't nobody finna leave all that. Them folk got M's together. Ain't nobody finna leave all that. You a dummy if you do, because see, some women, they try to leave that and try to take some of the M's with them, not even thinking that this is the who I'm with is the reason that I got the M's. Like, us being together got us the M's. Now, it's not going to go that way without each other. You can think that a lot of women and a lot of I'm going to take these M's over here and they're going to... It never works. It never goes. It never works. It never works. You said you shouldn't get married if you don't want to deal with the bull. Don't get married. I'm telling everybody, if you don't want to deal with the bull, don't get married, because there's a lot of in marriage. It's a lot of it. This person feeling this way one day, that person feeling this way that day, and you can't get up and be like, oh, I don't like that. You just got married. You feel me? The thing about it is now everybody feel like they can just walk away. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool, because you can. But you got to stand on that a lot. You got to stand on that all the way. You went through, Rasheeda going through, and you only seeing a small.
I agree with a lot he said. Let me see what the comments saying. Everything Scrappy said is very reason why so many women are going back to school to get a third degree, start a sixth business, and choosing to be single. If you make your own money, you won't ever have to live within the boundaries of his money. Choose wisely, and when you do, choose you. I like that answer. I actually like that answer. I like that. Now, there's a part of that I didn't agree with what Scrappy said. Scrappy said, "How you gonna take the M's over here and then think that it's gonna work?" He said, "It don't never work like that." That's a lie. We see like Shawnee O'Neal. She left Shaq, and guess what? She took half the M's. She was there with them through the whole career. They built. Yeah, wives help build these men into successful men. It don't just be them by themselves. The wives play a part. Most, I ain't gonna say all, but most women play a big part into you getting that money. So Shawnee O'Neal, she divorced that man, and you know what? She took her M's and she went and made some more, and now she's married to a pastor, someone who loves her and treats her correctly. But I will say, I do agree with everything Gilsey said. How is this a marriage if you leave? The point of being married is to stay together. We never leave. We have to figure out a way to work through these issues because it's not perfect. That person is not perfect, but I love you enough to work through your issues. And it goes both ways because you as a partner, you're not perfect either. I see if this person is cheating, but you're not. But there's something that you're possibly doing that is not perfect as well, but you want to compare. Me not having sex with you all the time is not equivalent to you cheating on me. You're not a perfect partner either. He cheated, you don't give him sex. Stop comparing. There's no perfect human. But I do agree with him, like, y'all have to stay together. You don't have to, but for a successful marriage, you don't leave. You don't leave. You stay with them and y'all figure it out. And like he said, together they're stronger together than they are apart. And I think that goes for the message that we just read in the comment. That's why the comment we just read, if you have your own money, then you don't have to work within the means of his money. And I think they're married, so there is no own nothing. I think that's what the person that commented that I read, they missed that part. Like, they don't look at things separately. They are one, which means a lot of their money goes into one bank. My bad, y'all. That was maintenance at the door. I think they're not looking at it as separate. I think they're looking at it as one. Like, we married, so we don't have like all these separate bank accounts and stuff. Everything is in one account. They got land together, so it's no separate. Both of their names on the land, both of their names on the business, both of their name on the bank accounts. So why would they just leave all that? They would have to literally split all that down the middle instead of them just working on their marriage and getting it together. Because that's part of being married. We not in this to leave each other. We in this to stay together. So why would I split that? Or why would I even think? Why would I? See, in America, we have a lot of individuality going on. And that's the problem. Even though you married to somebody, you still think as an individual and not as a unit, not as one. And I think that's the big problem right there. But yeah, it's a lot of individuality going on. And when you get married, you're not an individual anymore. You are one. So everything is meshed together. And that's how they're looking at it. Like, as one, they are so meshed that it'll be hard to, it's not impossible, but it'll be hard to just kind of unmesh them. And so that's why I think that I can see why Scrappy values their relationship so much. Because it's like, it's hard to unmesh y'all. And it's not easy. It's not easy, but he look at it like, dang, I wish I was meshed with somebody like that to where we can just still be locked in. Even after all the stuff we done went through, we still locked in. We still willing to love on each other and work through each other's problems and not divide our household, not divide our finances, not divide all the accomplishments that we've done together. Because that has nothing to do with this. And it don't be all the stuff y'all invested in and worked on so hard. People be willing to tear that up. People willing to cease it, like completely get rid of all that before they are willing to work through it. Sometimes though, men and women, depending on who doing what, it can be unbearable for some. They can't stay in it. They have to unmesh themselves mentally from you in order for them to keep going forward. This is why in a relationship, when you do something wrong and your partner is willing to allow you to work on it, actually try to work on it and do better. Don't keep going against that person. Because, you know, some people feel like they fight you to treat them a certain kind of way, and they're not finna pull and tug with you to treat them a certain type of way that they know that they should be being treated. This is why you have to be, you just can't run over people and kick people and use people as a doormat because y'all are meshed together. No, that causes people to unmesh themselves from you because they got to figure out, like, how did I even become a doormat? How did I become getting pushed over and used and when I'm my own person? I'm my own person. I chose to mesh with you. So I agree with Scrappy. Them folks is not, you know, they done been through it all. And we done seen it on TV. They done been through it. But they still together. Congratulations to Rasheeda and Kurt. Y'all know we done talked about them a few times on here. Rasheeda, Kurt, congratulations. I support y'all relationship. I support y'all marriage. I think it's beautiful. Even though y'all have went through some stuff, I think it's beautiful that you all have worked through that and still working through it. I think it's beautiful that you are sticking beside your husband and also your husband sticking beside you. Both of y'all are not perfect, but y'all are willing to work through y'all problems. Rasheeda and Kurt, that's what marriage is about. And a lot of people can't say that because they did not stay married. They divorced. So they don't have a successful marriage. Y'all marriage is successful because y'all are still married and you're still working it out while being married. Marriage is never going to be perfect because neither one of y'all are perfect. So you're always going to be working on something. Always working on something. And that's okay. As long as y'all stay together, y'all have a successful marriage. Remember, the things that's discussed on this show are based on observation and opinion, based off of allegations that are discussed in the media. Nothing here is fact, only observation and opinion based on allegations that's brought to us through the media. All right, y'all, we've came to the end of the show today. We've come to the end of the show. I would like to thank each and every last one of you for tuning in today. Wow. We're on episode number 27. Yes, if you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share with a friend and let a friend know to share with another friend. If you haven't already, follow me on all social media platforms. IG is the.jq.show. That's the.jq.show. Facebook is Jaquavius Martin. And TikTok is the JQ Show. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Later. Yeah.